Hey, YouTube, nothing to it but to do it. Nothing to it but to do it. I was planning on being back by now. And I can't even call it, y'all. I can't even call it. It's been a busy day. It's been a beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful, blessed day. Anytime you get to pay bills and get to do a little something for yourself, it's a beautiful day. So I know I had said I was going to try to be here off and on, but I just, yeah, I'm still trying to get used to this thing, get back into this thing, because, now since things have changed for me and it's different, I mean, I got a lot of things that's changed at one time. So I've been kind of exhausted and just haven't been feeling like being on camera. Like now, I really don't, honestly, don't feel like being on camera, but I'm here. I said I was going to be here all throughout the day, so I was like, at least I started this morning, at least I can do something this evening. I don't have too much to talk about. Like, I don't even feel like talking about certain things, how I used to talk about. I just don't feel like it, and I have my reasons, but things will get greater later. Things will be fine. I'm just trying to balance everything out in my life, including doing this YouTube, what I say, what I do, what I show, because I get visions and I see certain things, right? And I can feel certain things, but I just don't say nothing. I keep it to myself. And I seen a comment somebody had made, and it kind of bothered me. So I said, I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that, because that person don't even know me for real, and they be guessing and they be saying something that's out the way, that's not even cool, but at the same time they say a lot that I do agree with. So it just kind of shook me up a little bit, trying to discourage me. So I ain't no sucker. I'm gonna still do what God want me to do. Want me to be back on here? I'm back on here, y'all. So I'm just trying to make things better for myself. Y'all, I'm just tired. I ain't been smoking no trees or nothing. I'm just tired, y'all. That's just how I've been. I've been tired. Like, I get my energy up, get enough up to do what I need to do, and then I just get tired. So it's just, I don't think it have anything to do with me being sick or anything. I think it's just spiritual. Spiritually, I'm trying to balance a lot of stuff out and try to remain positive and trying to, do what God want me to do. He ain't asking for much. It ain't all that stressful stuff like back in the day. How they used to put so much stressful stuff on you, telling you about what God wants you to do and all that. It's not stressful like that. So it's not God stressing me out. It's just that I want to make sure that I do right by him, because he has been there for me. I have been through a whole lot of stuff in my life, and God has been there for me. So now that I know who I am to him, that I want to be that, especially he's not asking for too much, like I said, like it used to be back in the day. Of course it builds up. Like I said, I got a lot on my plate, but I don't think it's nothing I can't handle. It's not like I got to do this amount of stuff in this amount of time and blah, blah, blah. It's just I'm trying to balance out still being a human. I'm still human, So at the end of the day, it's just a personal thing between me and God. So I don't want to really be trying to get too deep into me and God's relationship, but me and God is real close, and he's my best friend, and it is what it is. And he's probably y'all best friend too. You just gotta acknowledge it. You just gotta accept it. You accept him as your Lord and Savior and Jesus Christ and that kind of stuff. But he's also a friend. He's also a friend. When he love you, he can love hard, okay? He's that friend. You can talk. You ain't even got to talk and tell everything. He already know everything. He know your thoughts and everything. Ain't nothing that God don't know. So, I don't know. It might be different for different people. Maybe that's just the way I feel, you know? So, I ain't trying to influence nobody to do nothing that they don't feel is right. And if you don't feel it's right for you, I ain't mad at you. I'm not one here to be preaching. I'm just on here. That's one reason why I don't want to be on here. Because I don't, like I have a personal relationship with God. And I don't want to mix it up with trying to advise people what to do as far as having a relationship with God. Because maybe y'all might have a different kind of relationship. So I don't know. But anyway, yeah, and I try to just remember all through the day to keep acknowledging him. Because like I said, he's there for us and keep us out of danger when we don't even know we're in danger. So, I try to make sure I acknowledge him. And in me, I be going. Hours then went past. I'm like, oh, shoot. I ain't thank God for this and I thank God for that. But that's my only own personal thing, So I had a beautiful, wonderful day. I'm very happy. I'm tired. My mind is going 90 going north because I have so much that I want to do, but I'm trying to set my priorities straight first. And so, I'm trying to read the Bible from the front to the back, and I feel like I'm taking too long. I need to speed it up just a little bit. Sometimes I read maybe a verse or two. It depends on, not a verse, a chapter or two. It depends on what mood I'm in. But I don't want to be just reading it just to be reading it. Because with me, I could be reading something and my mind is way somewhere else. So I'm trying to read it to where I'm absolutely understanding and taking it personal. Like, what is it in this chapter or these verses that I can learn that pertains to me, So, yeah, that's just where I'm at, y'all. And I'm on Exodus. I'm trying to get to Leviticus, and Exodus is a little deep for me. I had to skip a few verses. A lot of them I had to skip because it's too much for me. I wasn't expecting all that. So anyway, I should be past Leviticus. I should be, but as I'm looking at the pages, it's right there. The Bible's right there. That's why I keep looking over there. I got my sunflower seeds right there because, y'all know I'm quitting smoking. It's been a week and a day now. So, yeah, so, it seemed like to me forever. I'm like, I'm still craving smoking. I'm still wanting the beer. I'm still wanting this, wanting that. So, I have quit before for some months. And I started back. I think it was around the time when my son passed away. So, anyway, yeah. And also, that's another thing. July is like a heavy month for me because my dad's birthday is on the 3rd. He's passed away. My son's birthday's on the 6th. And then on the 4th, me and my son, me and my family, we used to start my son's birthday off on the 4th because, 4th be live. And his birthday's in 2 days. As soon as my younger son and my younger daughter, soon as their birthday come, they be like, they on the next year already. I'm like, dang, can somebody else have a birthday? But yeah, so we will celebrate on the 4th. And yeah, my daughter's birthday is next month too. And my son's on the 6th, hers is on the 30th. And he was born in 88, she was born in 89. So they were close. They were like twins. They acted a lot alike too. Same mom, same dad. They acted a lot alike. And she doesn't really be wanting to celebrate her birthday because she misses her brother and stuff. But I'll try to get her, and then she's on a lot of other stuff, like the world, what's going on in the world and stuff. And she feels guilty. There's people out there homeless and, she might not can't buy somebody something to eat or she don't want to, a homeless person or something, she feeling guilty. So I'm trying to get her to loosen up a little bit so that it's to let her know it's okay to do something for yourself. It's okay to be happy, especially for your birthday. And now there's a lot of people. Yeah, I'm sorry for the lighting. It's just where I felt like sitting. You'll get some better days from me. Right now, I'm just jumping over here because I changed my clothes. I had on some different clothes. I changed my clothes. And I just thrown something just to chill. I'm just chilling, y'all. Just chilling. I'm just chilling. So, yeah, I be in my room because I don't have no other furniture yet. And I'm not really stressing off of it. But I'm going to make sure that I get that taken care of. It's just bill time, y'all. Y'all know how I am when it's bill time. Shoot. It might take me 3 or 4 days before I get everything paid. So, tomorrow's going to be like my... Oh, shoot. It's been like a week because I had to pay my cell phone bill last week. And then they want extra money for data and all that crazy stuff. It's been crazy for me. But I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used to it because my TV was hooked up to my phone and to my free phone. And it was a lot going on. I was using a lot of data, but then I wasn't supposed to be having a lot of data being used. And it's a long story, y'all. So anyway, I called my phone company and they helped me out to go to some settings and stuff to where I can get stuff straight. So I've been needing help with that, but stuff just been lifing. So yeah, y'all. So I just living a normal life, but I'm just been more closer to Jesus, more closer to God, because this last year and a half, maybe 2, maybe longer than that, I just wasn't paying attention. I've really gotten closer to God, and I love it this way more better than going to church and doing all of that church stuff. I don't have nothing against church. If people like church, that's fine. I ain't trying to protest against churches, shut them down, and these preachers and these church people ain't that. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying with me, I have gotten way more closer to God without being in church. When I was in church, I was close to him personally, but I was distracted by church, So I'm just comparing it from then to now. And like I pretty much raised my kids in church. So, I did a lot for my kids. Stuff that I didn't have and I didn't do. Like I was the only child, but I had 3 kids. So they had each other and all kind of different stuff, I wasn't raised in church. I didn't learn the Bible. It was like Assalamu alaikum, Black Power, back when I was being raised and stuff. And there was people, the church always been around, but I wasn't raised around. My mom and my dad was kind of like, the Black Power and stuff like that. Assalamu alaikum, stuff like that. So ain't nothing wrong with that neither. I don't have nothing against the way I was raised because it gave me a variety. I done been to Catholic churches. I done been all kind of different churches, because my mom had friends and stuff, and I would go to church with them and stuff like that. And then I had friends. I would go to church with them. I had this friend in high school named Celeste. I live in Sacramento, but I've only been to Sacramento for 2 years to school, 2 years here. The rest I was raised in LA. So anyway, the friend that I had here in Sacramento, her name was Celeste, and she introduced me to the Bible and going to church, and I'm talking about on a regular basis. Before that, it was like my mom's friends. I'll spend the night over their house, and I'll go to church, and stuff like that. Long story short. But yeah, her name was Celeste, and she introduced me to the Bible, and that was my first time getting baptized. I think I was like 14, 15, 14. I think I was like 14 years old. So, yeah. So, and then come to find out my grandmother used to go there. My mom's mom used to go there. So, and it's a big old family thing. Big old hood thing. But it was a nice church. But I'm just saying, like, once you get a certain age, you become an adult. You take responsibility for what you feel like you should learn. And I feel like I should know more about the Bible. But, life be lifing. And so anyway, you never get too old to do nothing. So I'm reading it from the beginning to the end. And I should actually, by now, since when I started reading it last month, I think I should be halfway if I was reading it the way as fast as I think I should be reading it. But what we think is not always the way it's supposed to be. I might be being hard on myself. So yeah, y'all. So see, I don't never know what I'm talking about. I wouldn't plan on talking about that. I don't even know what I'm gonna talk about when I get on here. So yeah, so I'm reading it, but then I'm also still spiritual. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of stuff that I was doing that I don't do no more. Being spiritual, I don't do anymore because Jesus don't want me doing it, and so it's not a problem. Because doing those things is the same thing. God is in control of everything. So whatever that we do in this world, God is in control of it. So it's nothing about something good or bad. It's just that I choose not to do certain things because shoot, just like reading, it takes away from me like reading this Bible. I could have been done with this Bible, but I'm, watching this, I'm watching that, and I need to just concentrate. And the main reason, y'all, I'm trying to read the Bible, it's not because I'm trying to be a holier than thou Christian, because this day and age, God's not worried about if you're a Christian. He just wants you to believe and trust in Him and acknowledge Him and accept Him as your, that He died on the cross for us, Now, a lot of times when I watch Jesus, He's white. But if I was to pay attention that He's white, I would miss the messages. I would miss His word. I would miss His love. Worrying about if He's white. Because Jesus, to me, as far as I'm concerned, God and Jesus can be whatever color whenever they want to be. They can come to you black, white, Asian, So, and a lot of times, I'm not even looking at the TV anyway. I'm just listening to it. So, and His voice is like, what I watch, His voice, you couldn't, if they didn't have no picture of Him, you wouldn't tell if He was black, white. His voice is, like Alex Haley. Alex Haley, if you know Alex Haley, he's an author and stuff. He made the what's the name of that movie? Oh my gosh, I can't even remember. The Slave movie back in the day with Kunta Kinte and all that. He's another one. He's got a voice like that. The guy that I listen to on TV, the Jesus stuff I listen to on the TV, he and the phone, he got a voice like Alex Haley. Now, Alex Haley was black, but he was very educated and very wise, and so if you didn't know what he looked like, you wouldn't know what color he is, to me, because he's black. He has that black tone about him, but certain ways he talk, when he talk about certain things, you wouldn't be able to tell what nationality is. So that's what I do. I don't pay no attention because that's what I said, because I was just like, okay, at first I was like, man, we know God and Jesus is black. And I'm like, you know what? Some said, just don't stop being closed-minded. You got to be open-minded. It's not about the color that is on TV. Like, you could be really missing God's word and God trying to get close to you because you worried about what color He is, And where have that ever gotten me? Worrying about if the black people made this and black people invented that, and I love my black people and I have much respect for it, but what are we doing with it? We don't even really teach our kids what black people invented and all that kind of stuff. So judge ye not. That's just how I feel, and I have learned a lot by not judging, listening to Him because they show a white picture. Now you do have people that's on the internet that takes advantage of it on the internet, just like they do in the churches. Not all the churches, okay? I don't mean all the churches. So I don't even mean all the people on the internet that, Jesus is talking to you. God is talking to you. He's looking right at me right now. like, see you looking at me. But anyway, it's so funny, y'all. Be cracking me up. We be laughing and stuff. Be cracking me up. But anyway, He likes me to laugh. He likes when I dance. He likes when I sing. He likes me being myself. So it ain't even like none of that judgmental stuff. So anyway, God is in a whole nother, if you guys pay attention, these young people, they is with Jesus. They ain't playing. Like when I was younger, I done got baptized, 3-4 times, and I'm thinking, woo, fireworks and stuff, and I'm going to just be a holy person, and then all of a sudden I'm changed. It don't work like that. It didn't work like that for me. Some people, I think it did work like that for, but for me, it didn't work like that. I did feel like a better person. I felt rejuvenated. But soon as hard times hit, I didn't know how to turn to the Bible and turn to God, and I just felt like life was life, and how dare this stuff happen to me? And I'm believing in God and trying to be with the church. I didn't know nothing about, well, the Jesus I listen to, he don't call the devil. He calls him the enemy. So I didn't have no idea about, okay, the enemy's going to attack you. You just have to be strong, and you know what I mean? But some stuff you just can't, it's hard to be strong. Some stuff you go through, it's hard to be strong. Even right now to this day. And I go through stuff and it's just hard to be strong. And I just learned how to just be quiet about a lot of stuff. And my gifts and stuff is much more keener. And it's best for me to keep stuff to myself and just think of what's the best thing for me to react to certain things. What's the positive way? What's the best thing for me on how to react to certain situations that I may be in or I may be affected by? What can I do to make this thing, put a positive spin on it? Because you got to have a balance. It's always a balance that you should have. It's good and bad in everything in life. Now, what you choose to see, what you choose not to see, that's your business. That's your business. But yeah, so I do have a lot to talk about. It's just hard for me. I'll be getting back on here. Y'all see, I still like to talk. I be running my mouth. Look at 21 minutes already. So, I don't look the greatest, y'all. God don't like when I bash myself and talk about how I look and stuff. Because he let me know he made us. He made me. From top head to toe, he made me. And he don't appreciate, his children. He made his children. He made us. In our own light, and he just don't like it to talk about ourselves, But I say me, y'all. Y'all know I'm going to say me because I got to refer to me because I don't want to be like I'm trying to tell nobody how to be or how to act or nothing, or what to do or what to say or how to feel about God or how to feel about Jesus, because like I said, everybody had their own handprint. Can you imagine you get handprinted and nobody else has a handprint like yours? That's an amazing, if you really think about it. Now, it's a billions of people. I don't think they all people, neither, y'all. I don't think they all people. I think there's some planets and stuff where something happened and they needed somewhere to go. Or whatever happened. And they here on Earth. They just in human form. But anyway, and that goes with spiritual. It's y'all, it's a lot. It's a lot. I don't like to talk about a lot because a lot is just personal in my head. And I'm not trying to be going through all that opinions and debates and getting my mind off of what I'm supposed to be focused on, what I'm supposed to be doing in my life. I don't want to get in no debates with people and stuff. So, now, I don't mind maybe in the future talking about it or something, but not no debate. So that's what's good about being on this YouTube right here. I can just make my videos. I don't got to get in no debate with nobody or nothing. And then I just be quiet. They say, well, it ain't that way. Yeah, you wrong. So I just don't say nothing no more. I just be like, just listen. I just listen to them, their opinion, their perspective, because sometimes I'm not always right, even to the point to where I listen to them and I don't agree with it, but just because I don't agree with it doesn't make me right and them wrong. It's just everybody have their own perspective, just like their own handprint. Okay, y'all, so I don't know, I might get back on here this evening, but I have a lot to catch up with. Listen to God and what he wants me to do and how he wants me to do it and what's going on in my life. Him telling me what's going on in my life, what's going on in the world. If he decided to talk about that, read my Bible, be a human, laugh, talk, have fun, watch me a couple of movies, chill, you know what I mean? And I'm kind of isolated away from people. I'm around a lot of people. I live in an apartment complex. Y'all know how I am. I don't mind being around people. I love being around people, but like these are new people, and it's a new life for me. It's not like, before, I was more sociable, but it's like that here though, because it's all older people. It's a senior citizen place, so it's all older people. They're apartments. It's not no senior citizen home. They're apartments, but everybody's chill. Most people's in their own world. And then you got the clique, just like the high school. Like in high school, everybody got their little clique, and the ones that run the school. Yeah, so, and then the ones that run the school, some people, they stay away, like, like mind my own business, do my own thing. So, but it's cool. It's not nothing bad going on. It's just, it's funny because they say once an adult, twice a child. I kind of feel like I'm in high school again. I feel like I'm in high school again. But it's basically pretty quiet though. It's really quiet. It's really, really, really quiet. And it's nice. It's really nice. The inside is nice and everything. I showed you guys a little bit. The inside is nice. And I have a very beautiful view. But there's some people, they don't really have a beautiful view. But I just feel like God put me in this view for a reason. And I'm not going to talk about it right now. I think I talked about it in another video. But I just feel very blessed, so. All right, y'all. So y'all stay blessed. Y'all try to have you don't have to talk about to nobody your relationship with God if you don't want to. Because there's always going to be somebody that disagree, don't like, whatever. And it's like, that's just like saying, I don't agree with your handprint. That don't look right. Why you got that line right there? I ain't got that line right there. Why you got that line right there? There's no arguing with it. Because this is my hand. That's why. That's how I feel about a relationship with God, y'all. So, y'all just talk to him. Y'all don't have to stress. Y'all don't have to be like y'all in church and stuff. And nobody judging you, telling you what to do. And gotta get closer to you. He wants us to be closer to him because we his children. Shoot, we are his children. I'm telling you. And he human too. That's why he sent Jesus. Because he in a human form. He human too. Shoot, he be making me laugh. He make me sad. He make me angry. He give me all the emotions. I go through all the emotions being in a relationship with Jesus. This is not that back then. This is now, okay? But with all due respect, though, I have to do, because when I get carried away, if I'm upset about something, and he tells me, I was out of pocket in his own words. He don't say I'm out of pocket. I'm saying that in my own words, but because that's not that often that happens, so I don't even remember the words he said, but basically he was saying I was out of pocket. That's just how the words I'm putting it in. And I feel bad, and I have to ask for forgiveness because I'll be so upset sometimes that I don't even be remembering, and then I think about it, and I'll be like, oh yeah, he is my best friend, but he's God, and I gotta respect that. Don't get carried away, don't get too comfortable, So yeah, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm about to go, y'all. I might try to get back on here tonight, I don't know, but it's my purpose, y'all, and God wants me back on here, so I'm doing what I gotta do. I'm just thankful that it's something that I'm already familiar with that I do, and I'm thankful I could just be myself. And I'm trying to watch this weight, y'all. I done quit a lot of bad habits, so I'm trying to watch my weight. Because every time I turn around, I'm trying to eat something because I'm like bored and like, oh shoot, I don't smoke no more. I don't drink. I'm like, what I'm supposed to do? What I'm supposed to do? I got a little money in my pocket. I was like, dang, usually I would have been to the liquor store by now and had me. And I just started smoking cigarettes because I was smoking cigars. I was trying to quit. So and then I went to the vape, and I was really struggling trying to quit. So I was trying to go to things that I felt like was going to make me want to quit. Like, cigars are so nasty. They bad for your teeth, bad for your mouth, just nasty. Bad for your breath, bad for people you smoking around. The vape was cool, okay, because there ain't nobody talking about, can I get a cigar? Can I get a cigarette? If you say, I don't smoke, I do vape, then they respect it. They don't want to hit your vape. They ain't going to ask to hit your vape. Every once in a blue moon, some crazy nut they want to ask me. But anyway, in general, and then that was cheap for me because it'll last me a whole month. I didn't have to spend a whole bunch of money. It was cheaper than cigars. Cigars is getting expensive. And it seemed like the more I tried to quit, the more I wanted it. Because I had this feeling of, I'm in control, I'm grown, I'll stop when I want to. You know what I mean? So I would just feel like I was just making it worse on myself. But then there's a reason for drinking and smoking, and a lot of times it has to do with things you've been through, and that's just your crutch, and you depend on it. And then when it's not there anymore, you have to think and you have to deal with a lot of things, the reasons why you smoke and drink. That's for me. I'm looking at myself, y'all, so I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about me. But I'm saying that's just, what I feel like, what it was with me is that now I have to deal with. That's why I'm to myself a lot right now, because it's like instead of being in rehab, I'm putting my own self in rehab. Only I can go out and do whatever I want when I want to, But this is something that I need to do, because I didn't like cigars. They said the vape was worse for you. I'm older. I don't need to be trying to be doing this stuff that's bad for you, worse for your health, because I'm older, And then being around other people, it's just so disrespectful to me. It just seems so disrespectful smoking around other people, whether they smoke or not. You outside, and then you got nature. I'm putting it in the air with the birds and I'm like, how come I just can't quit? Like, this is crazy. I know it's bad for my health. I know it's bad for the environment. I know it's bad for my pockets. I could be doing something else with this money. And it just made me so angry. I was just getting so angry because I felt like I was being defeated, And I still don't think it's nothing wrong with like having a beer every now and then or something like that. But for me, if I have a beer, I'm going to want to smoke. It's like, it's just a thing for me, And then a beer is like, do I really have to have beer? Well, I drink root beer now, y'all. Soda. But then, see, that's another thing, like drinking a beer. I'm like, beer is kind of better than soda because you become a diabetic drinking all that soda. Then you try to drink juice, and then juice got a lot of sugar in it too. They be talking about this real juice, and it ain't real juice. And I drink water, and then sometimes you can drink too much water. You got to balance it out. So I'm just like, what do I do? Like, what? So anyway, yeah, but it's the same way with the food now, y'all. So anyway, I'm going to leave something to talk about later. I don't know when I'm going to talk about the food stuff. But yeah, y'all, so I'm just trying to discipline myself. I'm to myself because I'm trying to discipline myself. As I get around my friends and stuff, then they drinking and smoking, then I'm going to want to forget it. Shoot, I want to have a good time. Okay, let's smoke, let's drink, And I'm just trying to have some discipline about myself, for myself, And then God said, He's like, I'm closer to you than the air you breathe, and I know He knows all He can count the hairs on our head, and He's right here with us. And I'm like, just imagine, God is right by my side, angels, and I'm sitting up here smoking and drinking. Like, how disrespectful, That's just me, y'all. I'm not preaching to nobody, because I still wake up wanting a cigarette. It's still a struggle. And I know I have quit for months before and started back. So I'm not judging nobody. I'm not trying to preach to nobody. I'm just telling y'all what I'm going through. My legs shaking right now because I'm nervous, because I pray that I really quit. I pray that I really quit. I didn't even start drink. I didn't start drinking and smoking. I didn't start drinking until I was like 20 something. I was over 21 when I started drinking. And then, well, I ain't gonna say that because I know my mom used to have wine in the refrigerator all the time. And when I used to get thirsty and didn't have nothing in there, I would just drink her wine. But I didn't look at it like I was drinking. I just looked at it like I was thirsty. It wasn't nothing else. But that could be a cause too. That could be a cause. They teach you that in what the thing when you have meetings and stuff. Because I used to go to those, drugs and alcohol stuff, meetings, stuff like that. It could be a reason why you drink, even though you didn't see it as you're being like a grown-up drinking, because I wasn't hanging with everybody and drinking and getting together, and I wasn't trying to just drink it to get drunk like I was being grown. Shoot, it was just in something, there wasn't no juice or nothing up in there. I was thirsty. I wanted some wine, and it was nasty to me, but I was thirsty. And then you know how the faucet water, we lived in LA in an older apartment and stuff. That water was horrible. So anyways, meanwhile back at the ranch. And so anyways, I'm just really trying to discipline myself. And Lord knows, God knows that I really want to quit. Oh yeah, and then I didn't start smoking until I was 32 when my grandfather passed away. But I used to, let me see, did I hit weed? I didn't even like weed. I might have hit it. I think my parents had passed it to me when I was a kid. But my mom said they did that so I wouldn't like it. So I don't know about that. I don't know. But I wasn't into smoking. I was the kid that was telling my mom she needed to quit. And she didn't even really smoke. She had packs of cigarettes laying all over the house. Like she was, don't nobody had no different packs of different brands laying. She didn't even smoke cigarettes like that. And I just to talk to her about quit smoking. So anyway, I didn't start smoking until I was 32 when my grandfather passed away. Well, I was smoking trees, come to think of it. But I didn't buy it. I was just like sociable when somebody had it. I would hit it, trying to be cool, trying to hang out. But I wasn't like the type to buy it. To this day, I don't know how to roll. I'm horrible at rolling. Weed was never something I really was crazy about. But association, And so anyway, I didn't have no weed or nothing. I didn't smoke or nothing when I was 32 and my grandfather passed away. And somebody offered me to hit their black and mild. It was a wrap after that. So anyway, I've done started and stopped since then. Started and stopped. So I'm praying this time I really, really stop. And I'm trying to discipline myself. And then the test is when I'll be around my friends and stuff. Because they smoke and drink. And it just seemed weird if I don't smoke and drink. But I had friends before and I didn't smoke and drink. But this is a whole nother life. I done been through a whole lot of stuff and smoking and drinking and stuff. So anyway, I didn't mean to hold y'all up this long. Dang, it seems like I've been on here 2 hours. I've been on here for almost 40 minutes. But yeah, y'all. So I'm just chilling. And I'm just trying to have conversation. Because I don't know. God keeps telling me, it's people out here that needs to hear me and hear my testimony, but I'm just talking being myself. It's not like, hey, yeah, I got a testimony for you. This what happened to me, and the Lord said. It ain't like that, y'all. He like for me to be myself. He like for me to laugh, and he knows that YouTube makes me happy. So that's what I think. He didn't say that, but I think that's why. And so he just want to reach out. He just want to reach out to people that's just normal people that they can feel like they can be themselves and don't have to be holier than thou and be like church people and uptight and relax a little. He wants you to be happy and laugh and smile and sing and dance, whatever you like to do. That's what he wants us to be, because we're needed. All of us are needed. You might not be a YouTuber like me, but everybody has something in their life that's good for everybody and everything. Because it comes a time when this world ain't gonna last too long, y'all. It ain't gonna last too long. They already messing with the food and talking about the population. They always want to decrease the population. They talking about a billion people. All of a sudden, then many people just popped up. Come on now. All right, y'all. I'm out. Y'all, I'm gonna try to look beautiful for y'all one day. I mean, I'm beautiful in Jesus' eyes. I'm beautiful. He made me. So I'm gonna have to learn how to stop saying that kind of stuff. He don't like that because he made me. And he just said he made me my own way, and I'm beautiful. And that hurts him. I don't like to hurt him like that because I can hear it in his voice when he be talking to me. I can hear it. So anyway, yeah. So that's why I was talking about the Bible. I got off the subject. There's gonna come a time probably when we might not have no Bible and books and stuff, and we gotta learn how to be able to talk to God in our mind. Make sure it's God though, because that's a lot going on. You know, the enemy be trying to say stuff to you, make you think it's God and Jesus, you know. But he's a real one. He's a real one. He's real. He's a real one. He knows us and who we are and how we are. So he accepts us for how we are. He made us. So anyway, yeah. So I want to be able to say scriptures when I need to for a certain situation. You know, some people can do that already. They know the Bible back and forth, and they can read some scriptures to you, and I don't know how to do that. But I don't want to like just read it to people like I'm trying to preach or nothing. I just want to have it for my own, you know, my own situations and things that I go through, and you know, have scriptures to use, you know, to call on God and talk to God and be in tune, because he told me that he want me to read the Bible so I can get to know him better. It's not about, I don't know, people, I don't know. I was raised as a whole different understanding than what I understand now. It helps me to understand it more. Like, what's wrong? Bible is a book. You done read books. How many books we done read in our life for school or college, or just because when kids be playing and stuff and they like to play Monopoly and all that, I was a weird kid. I'll be somewhere reading a book. They playing baseball, football. Now, and I got little teenager boys thought they was, anyway, that's another story. Thought they was, I wasn't no tomboy, and I just play football. I like to play football. But anyway, that's another story here and there. But yeah, so I just want to know the word for myself, you know, because it helps. It helps in our everyday life. Okay, y'all, so I'm supposed to be listening to him now. I want to watch a couple of movies. I just want to make sure I make at least one more video for the day. So I'm about to post this. Love you. Love your show. Thank you for watching me. Come back anytime you want. You can like, comment, subscribe if you want to. That stuff is not important. Jesus just want me on here. Like I was before. I was just on here and wasn't even getting paid. So I'm back, y'all, because Jesus going to give me whatever I need and want. So I can't be mad because I ain't getting paid. Because God, Jesus, God, I call him Father, God, Jesus. That's what I call him, because they all one person. But then he my best friend. He be having me laugh and stuff. He my best friend. But anyway, yeah, so anyway, I'll be seeing y'all. I'll be back on here. I got to go, y'all. Just getting late. What time is it? I need another free phone too, y'all. I don't even know if it's on. I need another free phone. Oh, yeah, because I had turned it off. Yes, 8:48, y'all. 8:48, Tuesday, June 30th. Okay, y'all, it's 30 days in this month. Make sure y'all get y'all bills paid on time. It ain't 31. It's 30 days in this month. And y'all get ready to have a good time for the 4th of July. Let the children have a wonderful time. I don't know if I get to see my grandkids because I don't know what they doing, but I know I'm downtown already. It's on and cracking. All right, I'll see y'all later. Love y'all. Love your show. Nothing to it but to do it. God bless you.